Good morning everyone. In my previous video I have discussed some of the quantitative measures related to the credit control function of the central bank. Today I'll be continuing with the quantitative methods, which are left one, varying the legal reserve requirement and open market operation, and along with it I'll be discussing qualitative methods as well. So in quantitative method, first is varying legal reserve requirement. Earlier we have discussed in my previous video bank rate, repo rate and reverse repo rate. Here varying legal reserve requirement means that commercial banks have a legality to keep some of the reserves with them of their initial deposits. Now these are divided into two parts, CRR and SLR. CRR is cash reserve ratio, that means minimum amount of deposit which they have to keep as a reserve in the form of cash with RBI. This CRR is kept with RBI. And when I talk about the SLR, statutory liquidity ratio, it is same minimum amount of liquid assets they have to keep it with themselves. Liquid assets. Now this doesn't have to be kept with RBI. These the commercial banks will keep with themselves, with commercial banks. Now how does these help in the credit control function? When there is excess demand, or you can say inflation, these rates, that means CRR or SLR, are increased. When the reserve ratio is increased, that means the commercial banks has to keep more in reserves and they'll be left with less money to give as a loan. So here the commercial banks will have a less money to keep as a loan. So the excess reserves of the commercial bank is excess reserves kept with RBI, you can say, or with commercial bank themselves in the form of liquid assets, right? So now what they will do is, when these are increased, that means excess reserve to chala gaya, now they are left with less money. Who are left with less money? Commercial banks. Commercial banks left with less money to give as a loan. Now what will happen? अब जब मार्केट के अंदर पैसा जाएगा ही नहीं, तो यहाँ पे लोगों की परचेजिंग पावर क्या होगी? लोगों की परचेजिंग पावर भी कम हो जाएगी. ठीक है, लोगों के पास मनी सप्लाई कम हो जाएगा, और जब मनी सप्लाई कम होगा, ऑटोमेटिकली जो एक्सेस डिमांड की सिचुएशन है, दैट विल बी करेक्टेड. एक्सेस डिमांड सिचुएशन is corrected. Okay, now next we can talk about when there is deflation, or you can say deficient demand. So at this time CRR and SLR will be reduced. When they have to keep less amount as a reserve, then the more money supply will be there in the economy. That means commercial banks are left with more money now to give as a loan. As a loan. With this, the purchasing power of the economy will increase. Money supply will increase. Ultimately, the problem of deficient demand will get corrected. I hope this is clear to you. Now the next point is open market operations. So in open market operations, what we do is, here we talk about the sale and purchase of government securities. Purchase or sale अब किसको करेंगे? To the either to the general public or commercial banks. Right? So here the RBI, what RBI does is to increase the money supply or decrease the money supply, RBI do the sale and purchase of the government securities to the general public or to the commercial banks. Now at the time of excess demand, or you can say inflation, when there is more money supply, people are demanding much, we have to curb the money supply. What we'll do is we will sell the government securities. When government securities are sold out in the economy, what will happen? People will be left with less money. People will be left with less money to give as a loan. People, if I talk about the commercial bank, the commercial bank will be left with less money to give as a loan. And if I talk about the general public, when general public will purchase the government securities and the RBI is selling it, so that means the general public also will left with less money about it, less money with them, right? At that time, the money supply will decrease in the economy, and with the help of that, what will happen? The problem of the inflation will be reduced. That means central bank here withdraws the purchasing power, right? लोगों से purchasing power को वो जो क्या करेगा, खींच लेगा purchasing power को. ठीक है, it withdraws the additional purchasing power from the economy. इसकी वजह से क्या होगा, जब परचेजिंग पावर खींच ली जाएगी तो ऑब्वियसली अगर जनरल पब्लिक से खींची है तो भी ठीक है, अगर बैंक से खींची है तो क्या होगा, क्रेडिट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो जाएगा, कम हो जाएगा, क्रेडिट कम चला जाएगा. जब क्रेडिट कम चला जाएगा तो मनी फ्लो जो हमारी इकोनॉमी के अंदर ऑब्वियसली वो भी कम होगा, मनी फ्लो रिड्यूस हो जाएगा. ठीक है, मनी फ्लो रिड्यूस होगा, डेफिनेटली द सिचुएशन ऑफ एक्सेस डिमांड इज करेक्टेड. Right? When I talk about deficient demand or deflation, same opposite. Now we have to give money to the economy, because economy we are not having the money supply more. That's why the people are demanding less. There's the situation of deficient demand. So what RBI will do is RBI will purchase the government securities from the bank or the general public. When they will purchase the government securities, when they will purchase, what will happen? They give the additional purchasing power to the economy. Additional purchasing power means they inject it. यहाँ पे हमने withdraw किया, यहाँ पे अब हम उसको inject कर रहे हैं, right? They inject the additional purchasing power. ठीक है, इसकी वजह से क्या होगा, जब हम लोगों ने परचेजिंग पावर को बढ़ा दिया इकोनॉमी के अंदर, ऑब्वियसली मनी सप्लाई विल इंक्रीज, मनी फ्लो बढ़ेगा. अगर हम बैंक की बात करें तो यहाँ पर हम कह सकते हैं बैंक जो है क्रेडिट एक्सटेंड करेगा. इसके बाद एक स्टेप आ जाएगा व्हेन क्रेडिट इज क्रिएटेड. ठीक है, एक्सटेंशन ऑफ क्रेडिट, जिसकी वजह से मनी सप्लाई बढ़ेगा. ठीक है, मनी सप्लाई बढ़ेगा तो डेफिनेटली लोगों की परचेजिंग पावर बढ़ेगी, और परचेजिंग पावर इंक्रीज होगी तो जो हमारी डेफिशिएंट डिमांड की सिचुएशन है वो करेक्ट हो जाएगी. आई होप दिस वन इज क्लियर टू यू. एंड नाउ आई विल बी गोइंग फर्दर विद क्वालिटेटिव मेजर्स. So dear ones, let us start with qualitative measures. Here number one is imposing margin requirement. What is this margin? Margin is the difference between the market value of the security offered by the borrower against the loan. देखो, जब भी हम लोग मार्केट में लोन लेने जाते हैं उसके अगेंस्ट में हमें कोई ना कोई सिक्योरिटी रखवानी ही पड़ती है, और हमेशा सिक्योरिटी जो है लोन अमाउंट से ज़्यादा की ही होती है. से सपोज वी आर टेकिंग द लोन ऑफ 1 लाख एंड वी हैव टू गिव द सिक्योरिटी ऑफ 1,20,000. So margin here is 20,000. So this margin can be increased or decreased to correct the situation of the economy. So let us see what is the situation in the excess demand? When there is excess demand, that means money flow is more, money supply is more in the economy, people have more demand. So what we'll do is we'll increase this margin requirement. That means if you want to take the loan of 1 lakh, you have to give the security of 1,50,000. The difference between the loan amount and the security amount is increased. Earlier it was 20,000 and now it has been increased to 50,000. So many people will get back of it and don't take the loan because they have to give the more amount of security, right? So this is how they withdraws the additional purchasing power. RBI withdraws the additional purchasing power, and due to which credit is contracted, कम कर दिया जाता है credit, due to which furthermore less money supply flow in the economy, purchasing power is reduced and excess demand is corrected. Same with when there is the situation of deficient demand, what they do is they reduce the margin requirement. That means if you want to take the loan of 1 lakh, you can only give the security of 1,10,000. This is only an example, okay? It can be any amount. So that means they inject the additional power. More persons will take the loan now because only 10,000 is excess. Only 10,000 is difference between the security amount and the loan amount. So due to which there is extension of credit, more money will flow in the economy. Purchasing power definitely increase if the more money supply is there, and the situation of deficient demand is corrected. So here it is the topic of imposing margin requirement is corrected. Another qualitative measure is number 2 is moral suasion and direct action. Moral suasion and direct action. So ये क्या होता है moral suasion and direct action? It is the combination of persuasion and pressure. Persuasion भी है, pressure भी है. इसे आप easily बोल सकते हैं प्यार भरी धमकी. परसुएट करना है और प्रेशराइज भी करना है अदर बैंक्स को to fall in line with its policy. Whatever policy or guidelines or terms and conditions have been made by the RBI, it is compulsion for all the commercial banks to follow it. So this is a moral suasion and direct action. Now how do we use it while excess demand and deficient demand? When there is excess demand, central bank will persuade the commercial banks to make do the credit costlier. If they'll make the credit costlier, it will be helpful. Credit costlier, and due to making the credit costlier, the availability of the credit in the economy will reduce. And when we talk about when there is deficient demand, the central bank will ask commercial banks to make credit cheaper. ठीक है, when they'll make the credit cheaper, what will happen? The credit will flow in the economy. The availability of credit will become very easy to give in the economy. So this is how the credit become cheaper, and the people can take the money from the central bank, commercial banks, and the availability of credit is easy here, due to which the situation of deficient demand is corrected. So this is how central bank persuades and pressurize the commercial banks. Otherwise, if they will not follow their rules and regulations, guidelines given by them or policies, what central bank does is central banks ask commercial banks that I will de-recognize you if you will not follow the rules and regulations issued by me in the sense here we are talking about the RBI. So here all the commercial banks are forced to follow each and every guideline of the commercial banks. Now last but not the least, selective credit control. So selective credit control here means this in this selective credit control areas are selected as priority sectors कि किसको हमें क्रेडिट एक्सटेंड करना है और कब हमें क्रेडिट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करना है. तो जब हमारे एक्सेस डिमांड की सिचुएशन है तो हम लोग क्रेडिट को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं सिलेक्टिव एरियाज़ के अंदर. ठीक है, सिलेक्टिव एरियाज़ का मतलब से सपोज एक एग्जांपल दे देते हैं कि हम लोगों ने डिसाइड कर दिया जी एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर के अंदर जो हमें 60% ही हम लोगों को क्रेडिट देना है, इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर के अंदर हमको 20% क्रेडिट देना है, सर्विस सेक्टर के अंदर हमें कोई भी क्रेडिट नहीं देना है अभी बिकॉज देयर इज़ सो मच एक्सेस डिमांड. डेफिशिएंट डिमांड जब आ जाता है तो दिस इज एक्सटेंशन ऑफ क्रेडिट सबको दो. ठीक है, तो ये हो जाता है विड्रॉल ऑफ क्रेडिट रेशनिंग. जब हम लोग क्रेडिट को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं उसे क्रेडिट रेशनिंग बोल देते हैं कि हम लोग राशन करें कि किसको देना है किसको नहीं देना है, सेपरेशन सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं. और जब एक्सटेंशन ऑफ डेफिशिएंट डिमांड है तो हम लोगों का ये सिलेक्शन जो है वो कम हो जाता है, हम बहुत ज़्यादा सबको देना शुरू कर देते हैं जिसे बोलते थे विड्रॉल ऑफ क्रेडिट rationing. So I hope it is clear to you. If you're having any problem, you can ask me anytime. This is the total chapter has been completed here of the banking. Whichever problem you are facing, you can ask me anytime. God bless you. All the best.